Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, the Gamer Knight, and we're here in the archives again with another playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. Without further ado, let's pick up where we left off. I know it's been some time since my last video, but I want to definitely run you down on the latest news that has been circulating recently around the entertainment industry. First and foremost is the Steam console that has been unveiled just yesterday, and from Valve, and I'm like, wow, this is definitely a game changer because this is the one miniature sized PC that. Oh crap. Alright, bandits. I'll deal with these guys quick. Any of the takers? Short work. Now, as I was saying in regards to the Steam PC Valve console that they're making, essentially you can play every single Steam game from pretty much a miniature console, which was, I mean, it's not bad on design. Its performance, as far as I can tell, the IGN video displayed a few games playing. I believe the one was Cyberpunk 2077, which is a pretty good game, by the way. I highly recommend, especially Phantom Liberty. Not only that, but of course, I want to give you the rundown and my review on the PlayStation Showcase, or State of Play, that came out. Okay, let's deal with these guys quick. Option A or option B? Oh, not cool. Anyone else? I didn't think so. Now, as I was saying, in light of the state of play, I definitely rate it 5 out of 10 because majority of the state of play was around like 40 minutes. It was dubbed in Japanese, and it displayed a few studios that I'm unfamiliar with, but they've been around for years, and they have brought out a couple of remakes from the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era, which was not bad. I was kind of hoping for a Resident Evil 9 or a Phantom Blade update, but in the end, I know one thing that's confirmed: no Marvel Wolverine change date update. That being said, the most likely chance we will see Wolverine change its date will be somewhere around the Game Awards this year, or of course another state of play by PlayStation in, I would say, beginning or mid 2026. All in due time. Now, let's. Ooh, the value of sake. Okay. Well, I'll say one thing. Sake is a very, very strong drink. I can say that for certainty because I I tried sake when I was in Japan. Hey, if you're gonna try sake, you might as well go to the source. And my golly, I have to say, really strong. Ugh, bandage. I live by Alita, the battle angel. Her code, how she just says, I will not stand by in the presence of evil. Walk away. Eh, I warned you. But overall, huh, not bad I was saying in terms of the state of play. But in the end, it is what it is. Now, in other recent news, I did see the teaser of Toy Story 5 from Pixar. Honestly, it looks pretty interesting. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. I mean, I remember watching the first movie on VHS. Boy, I sound old when I say that. But in the end, I love what I love. Alright, let's hear what she has to say.
アザモの菊は良い酒を作ると聞いたが。
まあまあ、こちらへ。失礼を外では本心を言えなくて、猛虎に聞かれると思う。
What do you mean?
ここにも猛虎。
おかげで樽はすっからかん。
味はわかるようだな。お主の酒は島の誉れだ。
奴らの酒なんて馬の小便ですから。
馬の乳と聞いたが。
それが酒だなんて。
奴らはいつ戻る？
じきに。
俺に任せろ。お
Jeez.
主は隠れておれ。
Mare's milk? Ugh. I'll be honest. I am. I never tasted horse milk, nor will I desire to try. Alright. Wait for an ambush, take him out. Too tired of standoffs. Let's make this fun. Oh, actually better. Ah, coulda done chain assassin. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
まだ来るか。
Alright, here they come. Dodge that. There we go. Ah, here we go. And two. Oh. You think you're so tough? Oh. Oh, oh. Where's the other guy? Nope. There we go. And that's all for you.
お見事でございます。
Alright. The sake brewery saved.
敵に仲間を探しに猛虎が来るぞ。
お守りください。酒ならいくらでもお出しします。お代も取りませんので。
ひとまず逃れた方がいい。有明の黄金寺へ行け。かくまってくれるはずだ。
かしこまりました。
Alright. Mission accomplished. Now, as I was saying in regards to Toy Story, it's an interesting take, but they should have stopped at 4. And aside from that, it better do well in the box office because, let's face it, this year was not Disney's year. Although Andor was really good, like the last season was truly remarkable. I don't want to spoil it, but I just want to say it's really worth your time. If you want something dark and gritty and like really authentic, definitely try watching Andor. I promise you, it's worth your time. And aside from Andor, of course, they need to focus more. I mean, Disney needs to focus less on live action reboots and focus their efforts on anime projects. Let's hope that Mandalore actually holds up because I'm actually excited for that movie. And on top of that, I would say, oh yeah, Maul Shadow Lord. It's the Disney Plus spin-off show that uses Clone War. That I meant to say uses animation from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it takes place just a few days after the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. How Maul would begin to rebuild his criminal organization just after the end of the Clone Wars. Alright. Let's talk to this lady.
それは勇ましいな。稽古の守備はいかに。
それが時を過ぎても誰も現れず探しに参ろうかと。
どこをいたそう。
As I said, for the Disney Plus or show, of course, no, not the show. I meant to say, if they were to do live action reboots, I would suggest they do with shows that actually have value. I mean, movies that have value, I meant to say. Like, for example, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and Treasure Planet. Those movies were very underrated. Although, yes, the box offices never agreed, but it's hard to appeal to Hollywood these days. Oh, oh God, they murdered the resistance. Oh, a little off there. Oh, went for the wrong guy. Jeez.
ここを襲うなら猛虎は野営も探し当てるぞ。
もっと早く来ていれば。
まだ救える命はある。
Oh boy.
あの音、野営が見つかったやもな。
助けに行かなくては。お急ぎください。
待て。
Oh boy.
いい子だね。
That's to catch up. Oh boy.
遅かった。
救えぬ者もいる。
ならば敵を撃つまで。
その前は
Alright.
心を静めろ。待て。
Oh boy. And we got big guys. Ah. Just off. And she went way up ahead. Uh-uh. Eh.
やりました。
腕はあるが焦りは禁物と申したであろう。
あなたは腹が立たないのですか。
武士の刀は己を映す鏡だ。怒りに飲まれれば切れ味も鈍る。
なるほど。故郷に戻り、心の御し方を学びます。
それでよい。だが戒めを忘れず抗い続けろ。
そういたします。
That went well. Now, as I was saying, with the Mandalorian Grogu movie, I'm actually really excited to see that movie next year. And I did mention it before, my bad. It's just I've been like really hyping up with a lot of Star Wars content. It's like infectious. But in Disney's case, they are in a tight spot, like said, with these live-action reboots, failed projects, which I'm not excited to see. That was, oh yeah, the Moana reboot. What conversation? Oh no, that's a legend teller. If we talk to him, we end up having to, like, you know, leave the main game and actually try multiplayer. Which we're not doing that. We're just, you know, exploring and experiencing. Oh. Oh, you dirty. I swear. Bandits. Dishonorable. Hmm. The Shadows Samurai. Catchy. Sticky bomb or wind chime. We'll do sticky bomb. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, the Moana reboot. Yeah. Honestly, Is Disney that desperate? I mean, honestly, you could just scrap those ideas and just do a live action reboot of Treasure Planet and Atlantis. Because those were very, very good. I mean, of course, not according to Hollywood and the box office, but eh, in this case, we can try to see if Disney can actually explore new avenues of
大変です。
entertainment.
日吉の湯につな
Well,
がる橋が猛虎に奪われました。
往来の多い橋を奪えば日吉を攻めやすいからな。よし、様子を見に行こう。
ありがとうございます。
alright. Yoshi Springs. Okay. But I say, of course, we still have a couple of. Oh, there's also the beach camp. We'll stop by there. But Disney's not the only one who's under fire. There's also the Warner Brothers situation. Right now, they put themselves up for sale, and every studio is wanting to buy. There's no way that, of course, Disney's going to be in the situation to buy because they're still under the whole. What was it? Oh, yeah. All the failed box office movie situation. And although Marvel's side, in terms of like TV shows and movies, have actually turned out not as bad as the public tries to demonize Marvel movies. But in all fairness, it's actually quite entertaining. And to be honest, it's way better than some of the stuff that Warner Brothers had. Because there was so much stuff that Warner Brothers put themselves out. I mean, there was so much content that was unappealing in Warner Brothers' case that caused them to put a for sale sign on their company. I mean, if you look back, you can definitely see they have a terrible track record of maintaining well-toned movies and shows. If you look at Velma, I don't know how that show had managed to get 2 seasons and also ruin a cartoon from my childhood. Being, yes, Scooby-Doo. Why? How? I do not understand what is. I mean, who is the audience that you're trying to entertain? Truly, it's repulsive. Not only that, but also they had a couple scrutiny situations with lawsuits. More specifically, during 2021, if any of you can recall, HBO Max was actually throwing a promotional deal in partnership with Warner Brothers, and they say both film all their films that were releasing throughout 2021 would release not only in theaters but also on streaming. And honestly, I was like, wow, it was a really good experience watching movies from the comfort of my home, not having to go to the theaters. Because most of the time, if I go to AMC's, I pretty much will be sitting through at least 40 minutes of ads. I mean, I want to watch a movie, not sit through almost an hour of advertisements. If I wanted that, I would have watched Netflix or Amazon Prime. Which both situations are very, very true. But, but I digress. Not only this strategy ended up causing Warner Brothers to lose crap ton of money, but also they were under lawsuit because one of the movies that was launched on HBO Max for 2021 was actually Matrix Resurrection, and it lost so much money. And I watched the movie when I was when it was on streaming, and boy, I'll be honest, it was a really really bad movie. I say that with the utmost truth I can say out of my mouth, because if you look at it, they put too many terrible ideas and just jumbled it up together. It's it's like I said, repulsive. And the lawsuit ended up causing Warner Brothers a crap ton of money on that front as well. Alright, now let's kill this guy. I'll get back to what I was saying shortly. I just need to, of course, focus at the task at hand. And excuse me, had a dinner already. Oh, that got close. Man, why can't you kill these guys? Alright. And that's two. One. And two. Oh, missed that guy. Ah, I know who he is now. He was the guy who was sitting at the pier. Oof. Missed that one. Now, as I was saying with Warner Brothers' situation, how they got themselves to be putting their company out for sale for every streaming service to buy. Obviously, as I stated before, if you look back at their track record, a lot of their films have ended in tragedy. In terms of the box offices, not only their corporate greed and setbacks and delays, as well as rewriting scripts, firing and hiring actors, as well as letting go of certain employees without pay. And if you look back closely, if you look at some of their recent films they had in the past few years, they ended very terribly. Such as examples, Matrix Resurrection, as I stated, that ended in tragedy because not only that it launched on two platforms, being that it's on streaming and in theaters, and that lost theaters major amounts of money. And on top of that, this studio actually found out that this was not supposed to be in streaming. So Warner Brothers essentially violated an agreement with the studio that made The Matrix. Truly, that was I read that article at least from cover to cover, and it truly was terrible. I mean, no, not terrible in a way I like a terrible read. It was very interesting. It was really compelling. It's just full disclosure, it was a terrible move. You should have signed off on all members of your production studios before releasing on streaming. Oh, missed that one. I think I got him. Ah, grazed him. Where's that last one? Eh, he's gone. But also that, I would say their TV shows have not performed well if you look at from another perspective. Other than Velma, there was also Harley Quinn. Truly, I could never understand the whole concept of the show itself. Truly, I was left with more questions than answers. Eh, had enough of bandits. Let's just make this quick. Slow, sloppy, sad, and now I win.
捨てろ奥義を受けろ
Alright. Shameful. Harley Quinn, as I was saying, it was really not my style in terms of like if it was compelling of a watch or binge, so to speak. And to be honest, it was really strange seeing the characters seeing these characters that have been portrayed as villains, anti-heroes, and this emotional feeling. Like King Shark saying, "How dare you, video games," or how I. It's that TikTok that was on its circulation. It was video games or how I relieve my stress, which is kind of funny, but I kind of reject a little bit of the premise. Alright. I want to make him try to think he looks for something, but in truth, you just got, you know, slow, sloppy, sad for you. Now, other than Harley Quinn, not also their movies in though in the Matrix side was also terrible, but also DC. If you look at from the DC extended universe, we had films such as Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. We had Flash. We had the Justice League, and countless more live action DC movies. And to be honest, here's one thing I find a little bit sad. We keep on getting every Bruce Wayne Batman we had so far. So far we had Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. Oh, we'll deal with these guys quick. That was easy. I watched Black Adam, as I was saying, with in terms of DC. There were moments I would have loved the movie, but I kind of reject certain things, such as The Rock playing as Black Adam. Although you can look the part, I would say play the part. That's a different take. And full disclosure, Black Adam should have been rated R because he is the most gruesome character in the DC universe. I mean, I've seen his work in a few comic books, how he takes on Superman, how he just pretty much fries his skull. And what else? What other parts of D? Oh yeah. Although I will say this for certainty, Doctor Fate was really good. Like Pierce Bronson was really astonishing on that role. He really nailed Doctor Fate. I just wish that we had more time with him. And now we won't. Oh, let's see what she has to say.
何があった？
族に襲われ食べ物を奪われたのです。米粒一つ残らず。
そやつらはどこへ行った？
北東の森の中へ。
盗みを働いたことを後悔させてやる。
殺してはなりません。族も生きようと懸命なのです。
約束はできぬ。
Sorry about that. Was a little dehydrated. Needed a little bit of water. Now, let's deal with these guys. Now, as I was saying in regards to Warner Brothers' terrible strategies, if you look back at Flash, the movie Flash, the one with Ezra Miller, which, yes, that actor is some serious problems. Alright, let's deal with these guys quick.
さあ、侍の技とやらを見せてみろ。お前を殺して名を上げるんだ。
Slow. Sloppy. Sad. You are terrible. Now, as I was saying, yep, there we go. We got the stolen food. I want to talk about the Ezra Miller live-action Flash movie. Bear in mind, that movie had some serious problems while under development, being that Ezra Miller had been under scrutiny so many times under the public eye. Literally, he had been dealing with lawsuits, criminal charges, domestic disputes. Not only that, but also the film's direction as well. I'm going to say the film's direction. Other than Ezra Miller being the elephant in the room, I will say Warner Brothers had fired at least 5 directors working on the Flash movie. Not only that, it had gone through numerous delays, continuing a cycle of wasting money on a project that may never or should have been buried. Because that film, I've seen only in streaming. I had to hate watch it. Truly worst DC movie of all time. And I will say it's also worse than the Aquaman movie. That, bear in mind, great cast. It's just the film's direction was not my cup of tea. I would have preferred to have Aquaman show up, like, before joining the Justice League. Like, I would say, have him go through the loss of losing a family member of his father, specifically. Because if you watch the animated Justice League movie that brought Aquaman, that movie was way better. And it actually portrayed a good idea for a film. Because it focused on not only the building blocks for Aquaman to join the Justice League, but also build his path to become Aquaman. And Jason Momoa, on the other hand, bear in mind I was not a fan, only because they put a little too much on the character. They made it too MCU kind of like. Got it. I would say Jason Momoa should have been, like, that new DC character that he's gonna be playing as if we get the DCU to be rebooted in the James Gunn universe, which I say is way better than the Zack Snyder reboot. Because bear in mind, the Snyder reboot had numerous problems too. If you look at from the various films that kind of like spin off, such as the Justice League from Robert Weldon, that guy had truly made that movie terrible because he used too much CGI on Superman's face. And that is true because they had to use the CGI to cover his face, and because he was filming for Mission Impossible 6.
ある男が筒の浜で一人でタチオンを振り回していましたよ。
生き残った民か、ただの賊か。
わかりません。ですが、なぜか泣いてました。
He was crying. As I was saying, Henry Cavill, who was playing as Superman at the time in the Zack Snyder universe, they used too much CGI to cover the mustache that he was building up for Mission Impossible 6. And eventually, it would be truly terrible. And to be honest, the Zack Snyder version was way better. It had the same plot, but a little more in depth, really, really gritty and dark. And oh crap, a bear. Make it quick. Oh. One shot, one kill. Alright. Perfect. Let's upgrade our gear. Let's see. One more stop at the Golden Gate. At the Golden Temple. Meant to say Golden Gate. Almost said. Now, other than Robert Weldon's Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League, to be honest, the Zack Snyder's... No, I mean, to say... it's hard getting the pronunciations just right. Zack Snyder's Justice League was way better in comparison to Weldon's work. Let's see. Best upgrade our sword. And let's upgrade our armor. Now, not only movies and games were affected to the story of Warner Brothers' fall from grace, is in regards to not only their movies and TV shows, but also their games. If you look back at recent history, there was Gotham Knights that underperformed terribly, and character designs were pretty much low. And of course, plot and story writing was terrible. I've seen the gameplay, and I did try it on Game Pass. The gameplay seemed pretty repetitive. And of course, it was not tied with the Arkham series, which is kind of shameful. Not only that, but there was another game that had ended in tragedy. Actually, two more. First was, of course, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That game ended really badly. And it was a terrible tribute to Kevin Conroy's final performance. I mean, if you're gonna do that to Batman, that is shameful. And eventually, it became more of like a loot shooter that was meant only to be played online. In the end, it was so terrible that Warner Brothers had to distribute refunds. Kind of sad. Not only that, but also one other game that was owned by Warner Brothers that has the rights, and that is Lord of the Rings Gollum. When I seen the gameplay, I'll be honest, it looked like a high school kid just made the game. It looked like a high school computer engineering project. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, how is that a game? I'm pretty sure somebody was gonna get their money back. Where's that fox then? Oh, just a bunch of pigs. And one more, for good measure. 3 in a row. Now, other than the game side of things, Warner Brothers is definitely, like said, in the pot. And now every single streaming service is out to buy the studio. I mean, this isn't the first time that any streaming service has actually bought a studio. If you look back at Disney, they bought Marvel, they bought Lucasfilms, they also bought 20th Century Fox, and right now, they've shuttered the doors on at least 2 studios. I mean, in Disney's case, they only shut down Blue Sky, which is kind of sad, really sad when you think of it, because they shut down and closed all rights of getting Ice Age 5. Or Spies in Disguise sequel. And that movie was actually pretty decent. Alright. Now to save the people on the bridge.
文太、私の甥です。おとりにされておるのか。家族を橋から遠ざけておけ。あとは俺が。
Alright, let's get to it. And 3. Ah, he moved. Man, they're going down like bowling pins. Where are the other guys? Gotta get back up there. Ah, there they are. Simple. Up. Alright. Death from above. Is that all of them? Huh. Oh. Uh-uh. Try again. Again. Too slow. Oh, missed that one. Hopefully Hopefully the kid's alright. Man,
矢が止まった。
it stopped.
終わったぞ。家族が待っておる。ありがとうございます。もう渡ってよいぞ。兵は倒した。痛めつけましたか。なぜお主が気にかける。このま
Now,
ま日吉の家へ
as
向
I
か
was
え。
saying,
油断するでないぞ。はい。
now that this mission is done, now we can continue. Sorry about keeping the long silence, but when I'm on mission, I like to be very, very concentrated. I mean, to be very concentrated on completing a mission. I mean, nothing will stop me. I'm like an actual machine when I play a game. Alright. Map updates. Alright, we'll fix the Fox 10 as soon as we're done with a few main quests. Now let's get as close as we can. Meet Rizzo at the cemetery. Okay, now that bird is just... He really wants to take me somewhere. Are you serious? Ugh. Why couldn't the bird wait? Oh, there he is. Let's see where this bird's taking us. Hello. Huh. Oh. That's another thing about this game. You can actually collect souvenirs on the road. I think this hat speaks to me. Sorry. Went down the wrong... Went down the one... I meant to say... Went down the wrong windpipe. Oh, crap. Mongols. Uh-uh. Huh. Another cemetery. Grave robbers. Oh, wait. I have skill points. Let's see if we can unlock... Ooh. Let's try it out. But first, we am close. Screw it. Anyone else? Again. I can do this all day. Nope. That is bad. That's what you get for grave robbing. Now let's grab that cricket. Singing crickets, like I said in my last video, they allow you to unlock songs for your flute. Let me show you. Oh wait, nope, that's not it. That's it. Alright. Now that's the flute. Now let's call in... Oh wait. Sorry. Gallo. mixed up with my controls. I've been trying third-party controllers with PlayStation games, and to be honest, they never really work well when you're playing on single-player games, but when you're on multiplayer games, they'll definitely help you out. Now back to the cemetery. Oh, and of course, as I was saying before, in regards to the article around Warner Brothers being put out for sale, and every studio wants to buy them out. I mean, Disney, of course. I mean, this is easy practice for all these streaming services because Disney has already have Marvel, Star Wars, 20th Century Fox, the X-Men, and on top of that, there's also Amazon Prime that owns the rights to MGM, being they have the rights to the James Bond movies. And of course, Netflix wants to also buy the studio as well. They want to buy Warner Brothers, but eh, that's gonna end. I mean, a lot of studios are already on board with this. Not only that, but also Universal Studios. They want to buy Warner Brothers and Paramount, but Paramount's offer for Warner Brothers was rejected. I mean, who turns down $89 billion? I mean, if I was given that offer, I would be set for life. Alright. Now let's focus on mission with Rizzo.
父に陥らぬよう進めたいもんだな。石膏が戻った。来い。
Alright.
中に大勢いるぞ。櫓にはのろしずつも。船の兵に加勢されては一大事だな。挟み撃ちに遭う。俺が何とかする。筒を壊したら撃ち入るんだ。失敗したら俺の敵を撃って兵糧を奪えばいい。そりゃ明暗だ。
That's comforting.
櫓から目を離すな。分かったよ。
Alright. Don't raise alarm. Find my way to disarm the alarm. That I can do. Let's see, what are we looking at? Surveying perimeter. That is a lot of Mongols. Luckily, I'm gonna start thinning the numbers. Let's clean house. Man, these guys are sick. Alright. See ya. Let's collect the supplies. Alright, found an easy way in. Oh. Not a sound. Alarm is now off. Alright. Alright. This is where the fun begins. Two down. Ah, oh, crap. Archers. Son of a... Oh, you dirty. That's payback. Where do you think you're going? No one gets away from me that easy. No way you can do that. Try to hit me with a shield. I take you down with a blade. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No food?
櫓にもなかった。他にはないか。もうこのムクロと神の山だけだ。見せろ。お前読めるのか。干渉ならば多少はな。いつの間に孫子を学んだ折だ。
Sun Tzu. That's a good read. Oh, fun fact. Did you actually know that Sun Tzu's actual manuscript for Art of War was actually written in the blood of his enemies? It's truly interesting. I've actually learned that from one of my shows I've actually watched back in 2014. That was Deadliest Warrior on Spike. It was on for 3 seasons, but eventually will be canceled. Highly recommend checking out if you want to watch it. If you want to stream it, of course, that would be difficult since it's no longer available on any streaming platform. The only way you can get it is if you can get DVDs or, of course, buy them from the Apple Store. Alright, let's survey the battlefield. We'll continue back on the story shortly. Oh, great. Now he wants to talk about the damn match. Talk about fireworks. Alright. Sneak our way while... I prefer to say cut my way. Nice and quiet like. Man, I'm tempted to kill those guys on that boat, but mission comes first. Alright, time to keep it quiet. Alright, I'm also grabbing supplies.
刀比べは煩わしかったのか。気づいてくれたか。ないな。早く言えばよかったものを。言いたくても会えなかったな。昔の話だ。
Nothing, nothing.
Naniもないな。兵糧はあったか。いや、隣の船か。聞こえたか。4人、いや5人はいい。逃げ場はないな。戦うぞ。
Alright. That I can do.
いい船だな。さあ急ぐぞ。
Oh. Archers. And one more. Ah. Off. Got him. Ah. Rizzo. That was my kill. Lame. Oh crap. More. Ah, wait. That was a leader. Kunai. Woo! Anyone else? That guy was not allowed to run. He looked like he was about to run away, but instead, I decided to take him out because where else was he gonna run? I'm on a boat. We're on a boat being taken offshore. Did you guys hear that? It sounded a bit angry and grisly. Let's see what we got. Is that... Oh. Huh. Guess the Mongols are interested in exotic pets. Eh. Let's make this fun. I have an idea. You're gonna find it crazy. But first, let's deal with a few loose ends. Hold still. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let the bear have fun. Ha! Oh crap. Oh, now he wants me. I have a better idea. Whew. Ah, I think that's all of them. I think. Okay, make it quick. Quick and painless. It's painless. But I want to continue back on the article I was saying in regards to Warner Brothers. Not only like saying, of course, not every studio wants to buy a mount. On top of Woo. Whoa. Rizzo just killed the crap out of him. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a big fellow. Ugh, jeez. I hate big guys.
だろうな。あのデカっ腹見たか。食い物は奴の腹ん中だよ。
Oh crap.
ちくしょう、俺たちの食い物だ。龍蔵、逃げるぞ。泳げるか。それしかねえんだろ。
Alright, gotta go. Ship was going in flames anyway.
見つからねえよ。隠れなければ。そこに身を隠せそうだ。食い物持って帰るって約束したのに空手で戻るとはな。別の手を考えよう。それまでに全滅しちまうぞ。船でこれを見つけた。敵の兵略図だ。補給路が載ってるか。地図も書かれていた。役に立とう。よこせ。抜け駆けするつもりか。俺は奴らを養わなきゃならお前とは違う。
Alright.
その地図がいるんだ。彼方の木には来てくれるな。約束しよう。
Alright. We got Rizzo and the Straw
見
Hats.
られるな。お前のようにか。
Alright. Another point.
ユナにまた会わねば。
And now to Yuna. Let's fast travel, make it easy. Let's also compose a haiku. I find it very soothing. Now I'll jump into another article as I want to cover, being as since Call of Duty has actually dropped its campaign today, and I'll be honest, I've seen the gameplay, and don't get me wrong, the plot seemed interesting. It's just like in the beginning half, like in the beginning point of Black Ops 7. I meant to say Black Ops 7. I'm like, God, sorry, long night. But as I was saying, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 having to focus their efforts on like elements from Inception and Tenet seems a little bit far-fetched. I mean, they had a good thing going on with Black Ops 6, focusing on a secret rogue organization that is bent on, you know, I would say ruling the world from behind the covers. You know, from like world events such as the events in Iraq and Russia, the invasion in 91. What else? Oh yeah, they could have focused on other efforts around that time period, like make it Black Ops 7, but have it focus around Troy Marshall killing the Pantheon once and for all after they've been traced down to Sarajevo or Bosnia. But in Black Ops 7's case, it is truly strange because they included monsters, a freaking Demogorgon from Stranger Things. What else? Oh yeah, laggy gameplay. Hey, laggy campaign, which apparently it's only playable in co-op. If you compare like Black Ops 6's campaign to Black Ops 7, Black Ops 6 definitely wins by default. They should have shelved Black Ops 7 and focused their efforts on 3 major Black Ops games. Like, remake them. Remake Black Ops 1, 2, and World at War. I mean, those games were the best of the best during the time of the Xbox 360. And, to be honest, I think Xbox did a terrible job buying Activision. I mean, yeah, they had a toxic fan base, and of course they were under scrutiny and scandals because of Bob Igerk. Oh no, Bob Kotick, because I say Bob Kotick because I'm not a big fan of him. Truly, I his lack of corporate control has been quite shameful. Oh, oh, pie off. I swear. I am off my game. That all of them? Oh. Hold still. There we go. Now let's talk to Yuna.
Yuna! お主か
ジン待ってたよ。
何が起きたタカはどこだ
村の連中と隠れてる。ここも猛虎に襲われた。で向かえば殺され、ほとんどが捕虜にされたよ。
Jeez.
残りのものを奪いに戻るはず今のは石膏だほどなく軍勢が押し寄せるぞ
You're kidding.
なら逃げなきゃ。すぐに。
いや村を守る
Are you insane?
村の火事場も民も失えぬ望むならばお主は行け
嫌だね。私も逃げるのは飽きた。
村の者に会いたい
So, Jin is suggesting that we hold the town?
何人生き延びたのだ
そんなに多くない。ほとんどが百姓か鍛冶屋さ。戦いそうにないね。
タカはどうだ
虫の一匹も殺せないふぬけだよ。今のは秘密ね。
なぜ兄弟でそうも似つかぬ
酒くれるなら教えてあげる。村のみんなを避難させてたんだけど、一人ここらで猛虎に捕まったんだ。生きてた。猛虎は行った。
Alright.
しばらくは戻ってこないよ。これから火事場に向かうから一緒においで。
Right, to the forge.
火事場は動くか
ああ、でも火はつけないよ。煙が出たら最後、猛虎に居所を知られるから。
いや釣り出してやろうさすれば血のりを生かせるはずだ
火事場をおとりにするってわけ。
I do want to say Black Ops 7's campaign, as I was saying, being not only very loose and had similar sort of gameplay points such as in Modern Warfare 3. I say Modern Warfare 3 because it's kind of relatable. Even if you were to play just solo, you would have to have, there would be no bots to cover the other players. Like, you have to, of course, go all alone, no NPCs, no major backup, nothing. And they put out ammo boxes everywhere. I'll be honest, Call of Duty's campaign, Black Ops 7, should have never released. At least I can play, at least that'll be a reason for me to play Battlefield 6 more and more. And full disclosure, I think that they should have focused on the Black Ops trilogy, which I'm referring to Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. Those games should have been released, because not only those were the best Call of Duties from the Xbox 360, but also it would be a tribute to Gary Oldman, who recently was given knighthood. And it would be a great tribute to Gary Oldman's performance, because not only he was in the I'd say Christopher Nolan Batman series. Then there was the oh yeah, Dracula playing as Dreyfus in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Really good movie. And of course, Fifth Element. But we can't change the past. All we can do is hope that Activision and Xbox actually listen to the community for once. Which I say by that is really, really low. Not only that, I also want to speak out in Call of Duty's case. They're also going to be working on a movie, and they already have their director and writer. They have Taylor Sheridan, who has had notable accomplishments such as Landman. There's also 1883, 1925. Oh, we'll continue this conversation later. Let's. Oh god. Oh, quiet. I'm taking out the other three. Come close. There we go. 3 birds, 1 blade. Oh, great. Okay, now we gotta get our way to the... Oh! Guess those guys found the bodies. Best to keep it quiet. Gotta move quiet. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's looking. Okay. I can pop both. Wait. They're separating. Better opportunity. Take one when he's alone. Or worse. Ooh. A little bit off there. Alright, just need to keep quiet. As I was saying with Call of Duty, not only Taylor Sheridan is also writing, but we also got director Peter Berg, who had, of course, had notable projects such as 21 Miles. There was also... Oh yeah, Lone Survivor. And... Oh yeah, Patriots Day. For Lone Survivor, I actually enjoyed that movie the most because, for me personally, I've read the book, and I actually met the author himself. I met him once in 2013 for a special showing for his move for Lone Survivor in New York. Honestly, it was the most compelling movie that had me glued, and I emotionally was overwhelmed in terms of how to feel for a military movie. And this was based on a true story. in 2005 involving an operation in Afghanistan with 4 Navy SEALs that were deep behind enemy lines that ended in tragedy. Oh, timed it wrong. Now, let's now focus on the mission for the remainder of the time we got. Gotta stay on mission. Try to not die. Because I refuse to die in video games.
火事場は火を入れられるぞ。誰かを探しておるのか。
しくじったよ。川の向こう岸で捕まっちまった。あの人たちはタカを弟子にしてくれた恩人なんだ。
ならば捨ておけぬな。行くぞ。
Alright. Oh.
侍はどこだ。嘘をつくな。お前の仲間を破るぞ。侍なんて村のやつらはどこに消えた。知らないよ。お願いだから殺さないで。
Time to clean house. Let's see how many are bunched up. Not enough. I have a better idea. Off goes the arm. And now.
まだ気を抜くでない。火事場まで行けるか。
ええ、なんとか。
皆ついて参れ。
Alright. To the forge.
あの方は何者なの？話せば長くなる。殺し方がむごくて人じゃないみたい。そうかもね。
As I was saying, with Peter Berg's film, Lone Survivor, I actually met him, and I met Marcus Luttrell, as I stated before, in New York, while attending a veterans support fundraiser with my mother. It was really an experience. I was really astounded, and I loved the book. I read it before I watched the movie. I kind of wanted to, like, follow that type of, you know, how I want to watch new movies when they're released. If they're based on books, I like to read them beforehand. I read Alita before I watched the movie. Witcher, on the other hand, that's a totally different story.
ここを打ち壊しはせぬであろう。この利を逃す手はないぞ。その前に殺される
But
か
I
も。
digress. Call of Duty is actually getting a movie, and Peter Berg and Taylor Sheridan are on the project. Now, without further ado, time for the combat aspect. And boy, I'm in for the long haul. Let the fun begin. I don't think so. Oh crap, I hear dogs.
火事場に入られた。止めるぞ。
I ain't letting that guy kill somebody. Sorry, Pooch. Now you were working for the Mongols. Didn't want to use it. Man, that guy was stubborn. Whoa. Thought you'd never ask, Yuna. Oh, crap. Oh. The guy just shot his own partner. I have a better idea. Oh, you're gonna regret that. And that. Catch this. Mongol general. Oh. Now that's finesse. Really? Oof. Jeez. The forge is safe.
お侍様の戦い方じゃない。何を申す。
お侍どころじゃないよ。このお方は猛虎を打ち滅ぼすため。
Wow.
冥府から蘇った伝説の武者クロード様さ。早く行ってみましょう。ならぬ。火事場の火を焚き、再び小松が誇る武具を鍛えよう。さすれば直ちに志村殿をお救いできよう。伝説のクロード。悪くないだろ。
It's catchy. Castle, Canada.
侍は誉れを重んじると
Colton.
書で読んだ。それが己らと我らの違いよ。ならばなぜ我が兵は背後から切られている。
That's weird. I know what he's saying, actually. I've watched it dubbed in English. He's pretty much saying... Colton's telling Lord Shimura that Jin has actually bent the samurai code, and of course that Colton is trying to convince Lord Shimura to join him and fight for him to claim Japan. But of course, he's also threatening to give Lord Shimura Jin's head.
考えておくことだ。ただし急がねば己の老いは道を踏み外すことになるぞ。それまで首がつながっていればな。
Oh, that last part I know what he said. He said, "How long before you break until I give you your nephew's head?" I don't know what happened to the subtitles, but that's definitely a bug. It happens Every now and again, there's always a bug in a game like this. Sometimes it's noticeable, sometimes it's not noticeable. But that'll be for another time later. For now, that's all the time we got. I'll be back on with another episode soon. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. And if you enjoy my gameplay, please feel free to like and subscribe, for that goes a long way on my channel. And as always, you're welcome to the archives. Thank you and have a good night.